It's been a while. How are you?
I'm great. Awesome to be on with you guys. And I will say in support of Courtney, I spent over $3,000 on new clothes for my daughter's christening about 3 weeks ago. So I'm fully in lockstep with Courtney here.
It's ridiculous. It's
Wow.
new. It's new shoes. It's dresses. It's hair done. It's nails. It's tanning.
Yeah, but why are you hating on this, though? Like, what's
Right.
the problem with that?
She's trying to look good for you.
All I do is grab something out of the closet, throw it on, and I might wear the
Yeah,
same.
it shows.
I might wear the same thing. I might wear the same thing tonight that I wear to the wedding.
You
I
will
don't
not
know.
do that.
I don't care.
And let me just be the first to say, Nick, congratulations. Colette is gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's like the best. I don't need to belabor this. Just the best thing ever. She actually turns 4 months old today, and I get to celebrate my daughter's 4-month birthday by waking up in Las Vegas, Nevada. So miss her very much, but yeah, but great to be on with you guys still.
Well, we're excited, and we love having you on. And I'm going to start with our New England Patriots and the way you're looking at this game and this season for a team that is dogs in every single game.
Yeah, so I want to start with the season outlook, and then we can do some on the game on Sunday against Cincinnati. I actually think there's reason for some optimism this year if you're a Patriots fan. Now, look, like, the team is not going to be good. The division's awesome. Like, the other three teams are really good. I don't know if there's a case to be made like the Patriots could make the playoffs, but that's not what the season is about. If I'm a Patriots fan, I'm viewing the season through one lens and one lens only. Like, is Drake May good? And if Drake May's good, like if he flashes at the end of the season or like he can like win a couple games, I think you kind of feel really good about this team going into next season because you'll have landed like the most important position in sports. So look, again, like they're not going to go like 9-8. They're not going to finish above 500. Going to be a rough season, but it's all about the rookie quarterback. And I thought he looked awesome. And now he's playing against backups, obviously, but I thought he looked great in that final preseason game against Washington. And the sooner they get him in the lineup, the better. Like, I disagree with this decision to start Jacoby Brissett on Sunday. I know the offensive line is bad. It's like Verdarian Lowe and City Sal. These sound like Harry Potter villains, not like NFL offensive linemen. I don't know how well this is going to go against Cincinnati on Sunday. But, yeah, get Brissett out of the lineup. We love the Drake. Gerard Mayo doesn't, which sucks. As far as the game on Sunday, Brissett may be good enough to get this team inside the number. Cincinnati's got issues of their own right now. Their top two receivers both have question marks. Jamar Chase, a holdout through all of training camp, has barely practiced, probably going to play on Sunday. What are you going to get from him? T. Higgins dealing with a hamstring injury right now. And the Patriots front seven, even without Christian Barmore, there are some talented players on this defense. I'm not going to lay the points with the Bengals. I really don't have a desire to bet New England either. So probably a pass on this game for me. But again, this season for New England, forget about the playoffs. Is Drake May good? If he is, this season is a success.
Nick, Eagles favored tonight against the Packers, -2. Is this a game you stay away from because it's being played in Brazil? They seem to be in lockdown in their hotel. Is this just going to be a weird one?
Yeah, seems safe. Seems great. Also, no injury updates or anything tonight because X Twitter is not allowed in Brazil. I'd love to get Elon Musk should be on the pregame show tonight. I will stop short of betting the side of the game. It was Eagles -3 for an hour earlier this week, and that was the opportunity to bet Green Bay +3. The bet that I would bet, I will have a bet in this game because I like action. I'm in Vegas. I'll bet the over in this game. I love both offenses this year. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a huge year. Jordan Love's going to have a huge year. Give me the over in the game. But Courtney, I thought you asked a really smart question. The fact that the game is being played in Sao Paulo does introduce some volatility into the handicap. I like a lot of games on Sunday more than I like tonight's game.
So, Kostos, looking ahead to Sunday, one of the most hyped-up teams of the entire season is without a doubt the Houston Texans. Am I crazy for loving the Colts +2.5 at home against the Texans on Sunday?
Well, you're crazy because you could bet 3, so I don't know why you would bet Colts +2.5. So, yeah, find a Colts +3. BetMGM's got that.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I should have to tell you the Shine. Bet the best.
It was just the book I was looking at. I wasn't looking at. I'm sorry.
I mean, this segment sponsored by BetMGM, buddy. I'm looking at Colts +3 right now on my BetMGM screen. So bet Colts +3.
Nick, since you've been on, just to make you aware, Shime lost 50 pounds, and he has become the most overconfident, aggressive human being ever since.
Not aggressive.
But good for him. He should do that.
Okay, just be aware of it this season. He's going to come at you left and right. He's very overconfident.
Greg, I have to tell you something, man. You are a huge hater, man. To hate on Courtney for spending money on her outfit.
Really
hating on
not.
Shime for being more confident now.
Nick,
What's your problem,
Nick,
dude?
I choose love. When given the opportunity, love v hate, I choose love. I don't know what you're talking about.
And also dirty clothes.
I always go love, Nick.
Nick, Greg is in love. That's a difference from last year to this year.
Nick,
good for you, buddy.
I got the team of the season. You tell me if I'm wrong. The bet you want to put some coins in your pocket. The Atlanta Falcons. Is this team, could they make a legitimate push because their division stinks? Kirk Cousins, the talent that they have on offense, they add Matthew Judon, is the only thing that they might be kicking themselves in the ass for at the end of the season is the fact that they didn't get Bill Belichick. What's your outlook on the Atlanta Falcons when it comes to the world of betting?
I think they're a probable playoff team because of the bad division, like you said, that they play in. Mm-hmm. I do think that they are the most talented team in the division, maybe Tampa a close second. So I think probably I would take the Falcons to win the NFC South and win the division, but that's more because I don't like the division. Do I think Atlanta is going to achieve any great things this season? I really don't. Outside of Drake London and Bijan, Bijan's awesome and Drake London's really good. Kyle Pitts has never done anything in his career, and everyone keeps expecting it to happen, and it hasn't. Then it's Darnell Mooney and Ray McLeod. Good luck with all of this with Atlanta. You think Atlanta's going to be like Philly in the playoffs or Detroit in the playoffs? I don't see it happening. And just on the game this weekend against Pittsburgh, and for people that might have missed it, this news broke I would say late afternoon yesterday. So Russell Wilson missed a lot of training camp in the preseason with his calf injury. He was anointed the starter, played in the third preseason game. He was limited in yesterday's practice with a calf injury. His media availability was moved to today. And NFL insiders are speculating that Wilson is 50-50 to play on Sunday. So if we get word that Russ is not playing and Justin Fields is going to start in this game, Atlanta is going to get bet. We may see Atlanta -4 in this game. And to me, that is green light go spot to bet the Pittsburgh Steelers at any price 3.5 or 4, even if Justin Fields starts. Just keep this in mind. When we see this across the board in the NFL, when quarterbacks don't play in the preseason, this is a trend that an actual trend that I think actually works. We see the offenses struggle coming out in week 1. We have not seen Kirk Cousins since Halloween of last year when he tore his Achilles. So I like the Pittsburgh Steelers coming up. I want to get 3.5 or 4 to bet them on Sunday.
Nick, this may be the square play of the week, so I may need you to talk me off, but it's also the fun play of the week. And that would be Sunday night after all your action Sunday. You get Rams and Lions. It's going to be in a dome in Detroit. I just want to bet the over 52.5. I know it's a relatively big number, but it's just the fun square bet of the week. Are you opposed to that, or do you like to have fun like me?
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all. Just something to keep in mind, not that the bets can't win. Detroit yesterday was bet out to 4.5, which I think makes I think they should be a big favorite in this game. The Rams dealing with significant problems right now on the offensive line due to injuries and suspension. So Detroit now a 4.5 point favorite, and the total has been bet up, Shime, like you said. That total jumped 1.5 from yesterday to today. So both of those bets can win. Just be aware that the numbers were better earlier in the week. Make me pick the game. I think Detroit will win. Will they cover? I'm not so sure. And I would never, ever bet the under in the game on Sunday night. So I'm with you there.
Boomer Esiason was on with us Monday picking Detroit to get to the Super Bowl.
I'm with him.
You are?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess they could obviously lose in the NFC Championship game, but I think Detroit is likely to have the number 1 seed in the NFC. Detroit. This will sound like a made up statistic. It's not. Detroit will play 14 of 17 games this season indoors. And think about the construction of their offense. This is a team that needs to be playing indoors, especially at the end of the season. Jared Goff has small hands, and I do too. I'm also not a quarterback in the NFL.
Right. So does Greg.
Yeah, well, Greg also not a quarterback in the NFL. So I think the schedule very advantageous for the Lions. I think they will have home field in the playoffs coming up, and they should have won the NFC last year, if not for terrible luck on 4th downs. Dan Campbell correct to go for it on those 4th downs. I am also picking the Lions to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl.
Chiefs three-peat possibility?
Yes. Oh, not a possibility. To quote the great Paul Heyman, it's not a prediction, it's a spoiler. Kansas City, pending health for Mahomes, when you could say that about any team with any good quarterback. like teams can beat them. If I had to pick two teams in the AFC to get them, it would be either the Jets or the Texans. Like it could happen, obviously. But here's how I would phrase it to people. Like, could C.J. Stroud beat Mahomes in January? He could. Could Aaron Rodgers? He could. Joe Burrow's done it before. I don't think it's likely to happen this year. It could happen. But would you bet on it? Like, would you bet on one of these guys actually slaying the dragon?
The Jets.
They've been in the Final Four every year since 2018. I think they're going to three-peat.
Nick, if I had to bet, I'd bet the Jets because of their defense.
You've said 10 times the last 2 days you're not betting against Mahomes at all.
No, but he's saying if I had to pick one of those teams.
But ask a yes or no question.
No. He's saying if I had to pick between the Texans and the Jets,
you would pick the Jets
because of the Jets' defense.
Yeah.
Kostos, I want to get you on this right quickly. Do you believe Belichick will coach next year, and do you want him to replace Daboll with the Giants?
Oh, well, I mean, obviously the answer to the second question is yes. Like, duh. Do you guys watch the Giants Hard Knocks?
Yes.
So it was actually, not just because I'm a Giants fan, it was actually great. Like Dable's sitting in front of the owner and like interviewing prospects with his feet up on the desk like an absolute slob. Like if someone gets to this guy and be like, act like a professional, you mess, like you slob. I thought that was awful. What was the first question?
Do you believe that the
Bill will
coach again?
No, I don't think so. My guess, he's probably making more money from like the 19 media jobs he has right now than he will to coach next season. I think he's really going to like this. Obviously, if he wants to coach, I'm sure he'll get a job. I think he's probably done. And he's the greatest coach ever. And he's also the greatest defensive coordinator ever, which people forget. Shout out to him for helping my Giants win Super Bowl 21 and 25.
All right. Well, that has been Nick Kostos, or as Courtney referred to him earlier on this morning's show,
Daddy.
Oh my
hell
God!
Yeah, right. I am Daddy.
He is
right.
He does have a
I
child.
mean, she's not wrong. So, yeah, there you go.
Does have a child.
Oh, okay. Daddy. All right.
Many different ways to take daddy.
I know. Daddy.
Courtney, it's Courtney. It's Courtney. It's cool.
Yeah. Nope. They just have been holding that all day. Daddy. All day.
Yeah. I am Daddy.
I
You're
didn't
right.
say Zaddy. I just said I should have said Dad.
He's too young to be a zaddy.
But
The initial Kostos hell yeah made that so
I
perfect.
know he goes, hell yeah.
Daddy.
You know what? He's as thirsty as she is. Let's be honest.
Oh my God.
Duh, of course.
Unless he
All
loves
right,
it.
Nick.
Bring Duh back.
Daddy.
Congratulations.
Nick, we're glad to have you back, bud.
Great to be back. Wishing you and all your great listeners minimal sweats, winning bets, the absolute very best of luck. Daddy out.
There you go.
All right, there he is.